This fight is pretty straightforward, more or less a tank and spank. So we have everybody set up in groups. We're going to be pulling the boss probably somewhere around over here. We'll be DPSing the boss down. Tanks will be near the front. DPS and heals will be behind. There will be a soak mechanic that's going to go off. I'm going to call odds soak. Odds will jump into the soak, so make sure you're near enough the tank when that comes out so that you can get pulled down into downstairs. When downstairs, the name of the game becomes DPS the adds down until they get sent back upstairs. After all adds downstairs are sent back upstairs, downstairs group can switch to the boss until we are pulled back up top. At which point everybody will focus down the adds, and then we will regroup at the boss. Evil, I want to go ahead and have you throw down first AMZ. The reason we're going to be doing that is so that we can get ready for the heroic version of this fight. You'll throw down first AMZ. Everybody will soak in that AMZ for the consume, and then we'll have a second phase essentially, and evens will soak that. They will do the exact same thing. There's an intermission where the boss is going to fly overhead. We'll run to the front of the platform over here. We'll bait out the breath attack, and then we'll run over here, and then we'll DPS the adds down, continuing to avoid breaths and DPSing and interrupting adds. That's the whole fight. If there's any questions, please ask them now. Otherwise, we're going to throw up another ready check here in just a moment on the hour and pull the boss. All right, Bane, is Nug back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Hell yeah. All right. Here's a ready check for the poll. All right, on the tanks. All right, I will send the poll.
I don't think we got the freaking privileges to do countdown.
You should both be... Oh, they're not. Bane, when you get a chance, can you set them both to assist, please? Let's go ahead and lust. Sorry, I forgot to say when the lust timing was. We'll do it right at the poll here. Alright, this is odd soak. Odd soak. Everybody who is an odd number, please soak. Alright, we got a lot of people missing in that odd soak, so be careful, guys. Just make sure you get those adds away from the boss. And be ready to rotate the boss if necessary. Alright, we got adds appearing up top, guys. Everybody should be switching to the adds up top. Let's get these down. Are you guys gonna be able to burn that shield? Big shield, yep. Big adds up. Everybody focus the big add. We've got consume in 7 seconds. We need to get him down before the consume starts. Alright, everybody stack up behind the boss, and Evil, drop that AMZ, please. Thank you. Alright, and Evens, be ready to soak. Get in position near the boss so that you can go into the soak here, coming out in just a moment. Alright, even soak. All evens, I need you guys in this soak. And switch DPS to the adds. And up top, odds, make sure you guys are switching to the adds as they come in. They should be spawning on your side now. Okay. Big add is up top. And everybody focus big add. So in the heroic version of this fight, we need to make sure that we're doing really well at keeping them out of those puddles. Great AMZ, thank you for that. Alright, everybody group up towards the front of the platform, right around there. We're going to bait out the breath, and then we're going right over here. Alright, everybody over here to this marker. And let's go ahead and interrupt the fear ad in the back. Get him up front. Great pull. And DPS everything down. Gonna have another flyover here in 1 second. Just rotate back out to the starting point. And let's go ahead and pull those ads back into the middle. Great work. DPS them down. Another flyover in 3. This one's probably going to get baited a little weird. Yep, okay, we're okay. Alright, and let's get that ad in the back. Perfect. After we kill this ad, the boss will dive down in. Make sure you use a personal cooldown to reduce the amount of damage. Right now. And pull him back over to the starting position. Odds, get ready to soak. Odds soak coming up in 5 seconds. Alright, all odds get in position and soak. Use your health stones, use your personal cooldowns if you can to help the healers out a little bit. Much better job on that soak, odds. And make sure you guys are ready. The small ads are popping up top. Everybody should be focusing these small ads. And big ad is up. Focus the big ad. Evil, is your AMZ back up for the consume?
Almost 4 seconds.
Okay, perfect. It will be up for the consume. Let's burn this big ad down, everybody. And we regroup behind the boss with an AMZ. Alright. And evens be ready to soak. Soak's coming out in 5 seconds. This is all even groups. 2, 4, and 6. Everybody in that's even, please. Alright, and we rotate over and let's get these ads down. Yeah, can we tank them like right there so that they're not walking through the puddles when they come back up? Make sure we're interrupting that fearsome cry. Small ads are up top. Make sure you guys are rotating to the small ads. Big ad is rotated up as well. And all DPS focus big ad. And back on boss. Got our last AMZ if we have one. Thank you. Everybody in AMZ. And great work, everyone. Let's go ahead and loot up, get loot finished, and then we will hearth back to Silvermoon and fly over to Voidspire.
One day, the goddess may be able to shape what forms here.
Remember, if is there anybody in here who does not have 4-piece and is on their main?
The world from their rage and sorrow.
Maybe.
Thank you,
Maybe not.
friend.
Well, it's more of a serious question just so that we can make sure we funnel that to those players if we can. Alright, so Provo, Styx, and Diddles are all on their mains. And are any of you plate? It doesn't look like it. Okay, so Nugs, go ahead and roll need on that. Hopefully nobody else is rolling need that does not need that. Typically speaking, we don't funnel loot in the primary raid group. The only reason we're doing it tonight is just because we have a number of alts that are here that have 4-piece on their main, so we're just trying to make sure anybody who's on their main that doesn't already have 4-piece gets first shot at it.
Catalog every newcomer. I want to know secrets among these latest arrivals.
All right, perfect. Well, there's a piece of tier for you. Let's go ahead and get over to Voidspire, y'all. And Aqua, JB, whatever you want me to call you. Can you go ahead and actually swap to DPS for Voidspire? I think we've got enough heals. We don't need 6 healers right now. Or really, if there's anybody who would prefer to DPS that's signed up as a healer. JB's already one of our primary healers, so. Perfect, thank you. All right, let's get inside and get everybody summoned who hasn't already made it over here. Can I just say, I love that they split up the raid. I think it's great in a lot of ways. However, the traveling between them in the middle of a raid night is not the best.
If somebody needs a summon, say something because I can't.
Yeah,
yell.
we'll get you summoned when we get to the boss platform. We're already clearing
Okay.
trash. It's just we're all going to be in combat, so it's going to be hard to stop any of this train.
I'm far from the only one who's hurt you.
1 second, I need to restart.
What your beloved Turalian did to poor young Aaron. No, leave them out of this.
Anybody else not looking forward to the memory leak in March on Keldanis?
In what?
Oh, the
Oh, is it
the
still
third
there?
raid. The third raid has a pretty nasty memory leak.
Bro, you
I
say
mean,
it's
unless
like
unless
right
they
now.
patched it.
What's
It's
that
like
mean?
right now, man.
It means your computer is going to go, eh.
Huh.
Uh.
It just means you have to relaunch the game every so often.
It eats
right.
your RAM, so you have to download more every pull.
Yeah, download more RAM. Everybody knows. Cal, are you raiding tonight?
I thought I was, but no, I'm doing baby stuff for a little bit, so maybe
Okay.
at 9.
Oh yeah, you live in mythical La La Land East Coast time.
Yes, East Coast time, in 50 minutes.
East Coast time is best time.
Agreed.
It's certainly a time.
You said 5 earlier, and I was like, what?
I know, I had to do the same thing.
Me too. It's 5 o'clock at my house.
No, we're just.
8:15 at mine.
All right, everybody, scream out your time zone. And 1, 2. Just don't do that. I'm kidding.
Easter.
Scream.
Easter.
Hey.
All right, I'll click on you, Grizz. We were both summoning. I'm assuming Nugs, but that's so funny. 12 people standing around us in a circle. Nobody clicky clicky.
Just want to watch you work.
Yeah, I get it. It's an impressive thing.
Oh, by the way, absolutely, completely raid related, but the middle kid got the job.
Heck yeah, that's fantastic.
I know, super excited. He's looking at me like, what the fuck?
Telling 30 people your business.
Of course, I
bro.
talked to him about everything.
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 Oh my god. I'd be terrified.
We've all seen his embarrassing kid photos.
But the
No.
Not this guild, bro.
All right, I'm gonna throw up a ready check. This will be for the explanation.
Can you move the 2 out of group 6 into group 5?
Yep.
Appreciate you.
What, is it annoying to heal that way?
Little OCD, man.
Just can't stand to look at it.
It's
No, I get
jagged
it.
and it's fucked up.
It doesn't look great. All right, so this boss is relatively simple. We fight this boss in normal the same way that the hardcore, sorry, not hardcore, that's not how that works, how the heroic fight goes. So we will be pulling the boss in the middle, and I will be pinging whichever section we need to go and clear out. Everybody soaks every slam, so there's no odds and evens. We just soak every slam. We will keep our head on a swivel and make sure that we're keeping an eye on that back wall for the waves that come out periodically throughout the fight. We will be keeping the boss wherever the second soak lands, and the ad tank will be pulling the ads to the middle, unless the middle is taken, and then we'll just call whatever the quadrant is or the section is that we're going to pull them to. So we pull the boss to the first slam, everybody soaks the first slam, pull the boss to the second slam, everybody soaks the second slam, and then the boss stays where he is, and the ads get pulled to the middle. Everybody switches DPS to the ads in the middle. We DPS those down, interrupt any casts that go out, and then the boss will rotate back to the middle. That's it. That's the whole fight. We just keep this guy from winning at tic-tac-toe, and then we move on to the next fight. Any questions?
Yes, single target or AoE?
Typically AoE for this fight.
Alright, got it.
And by typically, I mean definitely. All right. Are you still in AoE then? Are you good? Before we pull?
Yeah, you're good.
Perfect. All right, on tanks. Oh. The Brandifier is out. And we will lust on pull. All right, go ahead and lust. All right, let's go ahead and do this one first. Everybody rotates, everybody takes a slam. And we'll do this one next. Everybody rotates, everybody takes a slam. And leave the ad here, or the boss here, and the ads go to the middle. Everybody rotates to the ads. Interrupt any casts that go off. Watch out for the spikes. And rotate back to the boss. Boss back to the middle, please. Alright, Shadow's Advance is coming up in just a moment. This will be the waves from the back. I lied. We're going to go ahead and do the middle and the back corner. Everybody soak. And back corner. Boss stays here, ads go to the middle. Watch out for the laser beams. And DPS the ads down. And bring the boss back to the middle. Alright, here come the waves. This is going to be far left side, so let's stay in the center here. Avoid the circles on the floor. Alright, so we're going to do center and back corner again. Everybody soak. And back corner. And boss stays here, ads come to the middle. Watch the laser beams, all DPS should be on the ads. The boss is low, but we want to do this fight the right way, so that we're ready for heroic pulls tomorrow. Burn down these ads, interrupt any casts that you can. I don't think they cast the shield on normal, but just be ready for it for tomorrow. And bring the boss back to the middle. Beautiful. Great job, everyone. And once again, if tier does drop on the next 3 or 4 bosses, please, if you are rating on your alt and already have 4-piece on your main, please pass if you can. Everything else is fair game. You know, nothing beats a 10 except a 68.
We need to divide and conquer.
Then do it. We'll meet up once you're done smiting. It's too far away. I need to get closer.
So slow.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
Yeah, I think we could have dragged it all the way up top. What's the thing? Get Blinky too? Is that his name?
Yeah, Blinky it indeed. Somebody wants to run up and grab him ahead of time. That sounds great. Just bring him into the boss platform. Kill them all in here. He'll teleport around like a jerk. Just like that. Beautiful. Best case scenario. Don't get feared.
As we get feared.
You're welcome.
Skill issue. Sometimes I forget to preface this because other people don't know. But for new guildies, I'm not just like terribly mean. That's my mother-in-law. I can be mean to her a little bit.
We like it. It's okay. It's one of the first things I told her was you have to have thick skin to hang out with our family.
Sometimes I mean to
She
sticks.
did
It's
great.
okay. also related to him. It's fine.
Damn zippy little bastard.
Dealer shoes. Take his lunch money.
How much lunch money do you think they got? Like cents or like I don't know, like $20?
And we could always ascribe to the world boss or even end of Mythic Dungeon level, so at least 73 gold, right?
Oh, I was counting pesos. My bad.
What's the exchange rate on that? I'm sure it's still good, right?
Probably better than my Canadian dollar.
Oh, I was about to say. I don't know. I think it's like what 1,000 pesos or 10,000 pesos for a buck or something. I don't remember. I haven't lived.
You're telling me it's not 1-to-1?
No. No.
I'm pretty
It's a
sure
lot.
by $10 US I can retire, but
I don't know. That might be the Philippines. I think you can get like a high rise with air conditioning for like $20 a month.
1 peso is
Damn.
approximately 1 US nickel.
There you go. Okay. There.
Like, oh, that's awful.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and throw up a ready check here. We're going to leave the groups as they are. We are going to be doing an odd even split during the ad phase. However, we're all going to be pretty close together. It shouldn't make much of a difference. Go ahead and repair up. Grab your lock rocks. All right. So we're going to be pulling this boss here. We're going to be stacking relatively in melee range and avoiding the concentric circular slams. Cookies. Avoiding the concentric circular slams. During the ad phase, I will call for everybody to use a personal cooldown and kind of loosely separate to your side. You can still stay in melee, you just want to go left or right. And the ads that spawn, we need to make sure that at least 1 blister creep pops on each wall. In the heroic version of the fight, it's 2 blister creeps per wall. We will then have the giant laser beam, which means we'll have to run to one side or the other. I want Evil to go ahead and take the first AMZ. We'll all stack up in that AMZ to reduce the overall incoming damage. And then after the second laser beam, or during the second laser beam, Renal will take that AMZ. Otherwise, it's just beat on the boss until the ads spawn. Make sure the ads get killed by the walls. Don't stand in the blister creep explosions. They will do a lot of damage and also can knock you into the boss, which is off the platform, and that means you die. And yeah, pretty easy fight. Any questions?
Yes. Why do kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Because it's delicious.
Because it's what plants crave.
Nice.
All right, make sure you take a look at what your group number is. Unless you are Renal or Cask, it shouldn't have changed. And be ready for the odds left, evens right split during the ad phase. Make sure you don't run super far away from the boss, especially if you're melee. You don't need to get away too far. You can stay relatively tight through the whole phase, the whole fight on the tanks.
One sec. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. We will be lusting on pole. You're right, if that wasn't a joke.
Okay, I'm good.
Or all right, getting pulled in, and then we've got slams here in about 5 seconds. Make sure you're up close so that you can get out of the slams easily. All right, find safety.
Alright, restaurant you tank.
Yep. Do I just hold aggro the entire time?
Yeah.
Cool.
Here comes the last slam before ads.
Get out of my puddle!
All right, and go ahead and use your personal cooldowns. Avoid the circles on the ground. Keep DPSing the boss, and be ready to be on your side for ad explosions. Make sure we burn these ads down as quick as we can. We need 1 per wall. Do not get pulled into a blister creep explosion. And remember, on the heroic version of this fight, we will still be avoiding the tank slams. Great job. And everybody near the middle of the platform here, we'll get ready to run to our side. We're going to be running to the right, standing right around right there. And this is going to be Evil's AMZ. Once the laser beam phase is over, can we go ahead and get Diddles back up, please? For all new raiders, we always prioritize tanks and healers over DPS for B-reses. Just make sure you're ready for the B-res when it comes out, and if you are somebody who's going to B-res somebody, make sure you don't do it in the middle of a dangerous phase where they could spawn on a nasty effect. Alright, and then we just do that phase again.
Taunt, please. And then the rest are yours.
I gotcha.
Alright, last slam and then ads. And here come the ads. Make sure you pop a personal as they start to come out, and watch your feet. And the focus here is to get these ads down and clear the wall. Make sure these ads die. Beautiful grips. And don't let a blister creep pop you off the ledge. Alright, everybody stack up towards the middle. Alright, left side. We're going to go right around there. This one will be Renal's AMZ. Beautiful. And this should be a dead boss here in just a second.
And I just committed suicide.
Heck yeah.
Brilliant.
All right.
Job.
Loot the boss for your crest. Once again, if you are on an alt tonight and you have the opportunity to roll for this tier loot that just came out, anybody who doesn't have tier loot, I'm assuming, Nugs, you're still rolling, correct?
Correct.
All right, perfect. I think you're the only plate wearer tonight that's on their main that doesn't have 4-piece.
No, I got 4-piece. I just don't have the gloves.
Yeah, if you can pass on this one just so that Nugs can get his 4-piece, that would be very, very nice. Thank you. And the rest of us, let's go ahead and keep running on over to Salad Bar. All right, wonderful. So it looks like Nug's got his 4-piece. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and pull that big boy, if we can, on into the boss platform. Think just let me know if he like starts stopping and doing a silly tether thing and whatever. We can always rotate back.
No, he's just stopping to do the cosmic breath. Then he'll continue.
Cool. Just stopping to blow off some void steam.
Mm-hmm. He's just a little backed up. That's all.
So we didn't have enough fiber?
Must have had some of those void hot dogs. Didn't stop at the salad bar, but Alright, I'll leave. Have a good night, everybody.
I protest, but yes.
Don't mind me. I'm just checking the notes if there's any targetable tank busters I can aim at him.
You know what? We don't need targetable tank busters. Just make sure that you guys really mix up those dragons. I want to see the veins bulge on his forehead.
Oh, don't worry. We'll
it'll
do that
happen.
anyways.
That is the most
I have no idea how the
frustrating
tank swap works on that one.
fight in the game. The
I
tank
hate that
swap
one.
is you both mount up on your horses and run.
The one time I tanked it, me and the other tank went, all right, just don't die and hold your boss. So
We need a sled for all the low mobility priests. That way we can keep up.
I have a sled toy and I can actually carry you around.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That sounds amazing.
Will, is that actually what we do on that boss though? Mount up, not mount up.
Oh,
you know,
I honestly
movement and
don't
just
know. I leave the
sprint?
tank mechanics to the tanks. I explain everything else. I think you'll probably have a better idea after one poll than I will. We'll probably
Yeah,
not base it, honestly.
I'll explain it a bit whenever we get to that point.
All right, cool.
That'll be in just a few minutes. Alright, I'm going to throw up a ready check. This will be for the explainer on this fight. Alright, so this one we will not pull like we do on Heroic. We're just going to Zerg the orbs. Just remember that when we do the Heroic pull on this, that we will always focus whichever orb I call for first. And then we will wait until we have the dot almost dropped off, and then we'll pick up the second orb and DPS it down. So, tanks are going to be pulling the boss closer to the wall with enough room between the wall and the boss so that when the lasers come out, we have space to do the dance. We will DPS the orbs down as they spawn, and everybody is responsible for interrupting, pulling. I think purges work on the ads, right? The casting ads. We just need to interrupt them, and they will disappear. Otherwise, the Dark Star mechanic on normal only affects the tank. So tanks, just make sure you don't delete the raid with those spikes. Oh, it looks like we got some trash back here that we need to clear up. And other than that, the fight is relatively straightforward. Just, I guess the only other mechanic I didn't explain is the circles. When you get targeted with the circles, we typically want to run those to the wall closest to where the boss is being tanked. That way you don't outrange your healers. So let's say the tanks pull the boss to here, the boss is right there, and you get a circle. You want to drop your pools somewhere along the wall closest to the boss without being too close to the tanks, just in case the Dark Star effect comes out at the same time, so you can avoid those spikes. It is more important to get those puddles out of the raid than it is to DPS the boss, so just make sure you run those puddles to the walls. In the heroic version of the fight, we deal with Dark Stars on the players as well as the tanks. We run those back behind the boss, usually towards the middle of the room, while not outranging too much. And that's basically the only change in mechanics. So there's going to be a ready check for the poll. If you have any questions, please ask now.
How many licks does it take to get to the middle of a Tootsie Pop?
52.
Depends on how hard I bite.
All right, it's on tanks. And we'll lust on pull. Let's get a little bit closer to the wall there, please. A little bit further from the wall there, please. Beautiful. All right, we're going to DPS the orbs down. Let's go ahead and do this one first. And make sure you knock out those images. And we can go ahead and focus on both of these orbs right away. Like I said, we're not worried about it in normal. They don't give us a dot. All right, everybody back on boss. Circles to the wall if you can. Perfect. All right, and there's the tank star. Make sure you're out of the spikes as those come out. They do hurt. About the only thing on this fight that hurts. Okay, orbs are coming up. DPS these down as they spawn. And interrupt the images, pull them, whatever you need to do to get them off the board. And second orb. Circles to the wall nearest the boss. Great job, guys. Very clean. Alright, and here comes the laser beams. In 5 seconds. I lied, it's in 5 seconds now. Oh, no, my Blizzard timers are off again. Alright. Use your personal cooldowns if you need to. If your health gets low, it doesn't look like anybody's health bar is moving. Probably could have 3-healed this fight. Alright, we rotate away from rotate the boss away from that puddle. Somewhere over here, perfect. Alright, we'll get the orb closest to the boss first. Make sure you guys are interrupting the images as they come out. And second orb is up, back here. Melee, go ahead and stay on the boss if you haven't already rotated. Circles to the wall closest to the boss. Don't outrange your healers. Perfect. And watch the spikes coming out. There's going to be one in melee behind the boss. And make sure you don't summon, stand in the webs, because they summon Nerubians. Interrupt the images. And orb in the back. Get those circles out of the raid. Don't outrange your healers. Thank you, Heathen. I know how hard that probably was.
Yeah.
Alright, we've got laser beams coming up next. Okay, watch the beams. Use your personals if your health gets low. Use your health zones, health potions. God, these spin so slow on normal. Wow. I'm getting 2 full casts off. Okay, rotate the boss towards the middle. Just get him out of that puddle. DPS the boss down. Ignore all of the mechanics. Alright, fantastic. And free for all loot. Loot whatever you want. There are no more... Oh wait, hold on, I lied. Alright, do we have... Oh man, it's more plate. Why is plate getting so... You are the luckiest men alive tonight, Lemmy and Nugs, and anybody else who needs it. I'm assuming Renal. Or not Renal, but Cask. Okay, yeah, I mean, everybody who has plate here has 4-piece, so free for all on that. Go for it.
Would you mind summoning me on the next boss fight? I want to go upgrade these tier pieces.
Yeah, please do.
Thanks.
No problem at all. We should be able to get through dragons before our break. So let's get down there and get to the boss platform, please.
Yeah, and not that anybody should have been, but for no particular reason, I do know that you could have eaten like 2 or 3 of those lasers to the face and still been fine tonight.
Yeah, for no particular reason at all. Understandable. Yeah, I know a lot of guilds are doing just like plant and cast because it just doesn't do enough damage. Healers can out heal it pretty easily.
So moving around ruins my whole rotation. No.
I don't know what's going on. Every single
God,
time we
same.
finish a boss, I DC. I don't know.
Oh man,
You're too powerful.
I feel that deep in my soul though.
Oh, I'm just trying to control the rage, because what the heck?
Yes.
I was getting a lot of that last week. Every time we would pull the boss and start fighting, I would just freeze up for like 10 full seconds. And nerd that I am, I continued to press my inputs as if that's going to do anything while I'm frozen.
I do the same thing just in case. You never
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
You never know.
You never know.
And poor Renal, we did some key with him, and Horde and Alliance. He was the only one that kept going orange, so we couldn't heal him at all. So he was just tanking himself, healing himself.
Amazing.
Yes.
I had that happen whenever I had Dow as my healer, and then another time when I was doing a key with Bane.
Yeah, they really just need to like remove all faction locks for everything. Like I should be able to trade with people of a different faction in town. I should be able to queue with them even if I don't have a full party. All of those things. All right, let's go ahead and get a lock closet down, and we'll get Nugs back here. And we'll summon Heathen as well, just so that he doesn't have to run all the way up here. It's more so that we don't have to wait for him.
Hey Ed, can you just scream at me when you want me to taunt?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
Nobody wanted that helm. I'm just gonna vendor it.
No, disenchant it.
Yeah, if you don't have an enchanter, I can disenchant it for you and give you whatever the mats are.
All right. Or just put them in the guild bank.
Cool.
Yeah, do that.
All right, gonna throw out the ready check for the explanation. As if anybody has any idea what's happening here.
The dragons do.
You know, we hope they do.
It also
All
deletes my
right.
macros for some reason. Sorry.
Oh, jeez, that's awful. Thanks a lot, game.
For real, I had to make them every single time.
Amazing. All right, so the tanks are going to be tanking their respective bosses. I'm going to have odds on Veilgor, evens on Ezerak. Cleave if you can cleave, otherwise just focus your perspective dragon. Veilgor will be casting an ability, I think it's called Dread Breath or something like that, which will target, while he's on the ground, it will target a random raid member who will need to run the fear out of the raid, either in this direction over here towards the skull, or towards the back of the room. The raid will be stacked up lightly in the middle of the room, spread loosely so that when the orbs come out from Ezerak's roar, we can drop them loosely without dumping them on each other and DPSing each other to death. So if you get targeted with Dread Breath, run it out of the raid. Please do not fear the entire raid. It is a frustrating time for everyone involved. When Azarak hits the ground, he will be casting Gloom. That is his frontal ability. Gloom will need to be pointed basically through the middle of the raid so that we can soak that. In the heroic version of this fight, it puts a debuff on the people who soak that orb. And we soak that orb so that when it finally hits the wall over here against the edge of the room, it will make a giant circle. If we don't have enough soaks on it, the circle is huge, right? It takes up like half of this platform, which makes it really difficult for us to do the rest of the mechanics. The roar that Veilgore does is called, the frontal that he does is called Null Beam. And when he does that, the tank will be targeted with the Singularity that will put tethers on everybody and pull us toward it. We need to run and break those tethers, and that can happen at the same time that Azarak is doing his roar ability, which summons ads on us. So just be aware. Also, Dread Breath can happen at the same time. So lots of things can happen at the same time on this fight, and it's super fun when they all line up and happen at the exact same time, because then it's just madness. That said, the tanks will be getting hit with a stacking dot / debuff. You guys will call for when you need to swap. Just make sure as tanks, I just never want the front or the back of the bosses pointed toward the raid. The raid, like I said, will be stacked up towards the middle of the platform. So no tails and no breath attacks through the middle of the raid, except for Gloom. Gloom has to be pointed at the raid. Everybody else just stack up towards the middle, loosely spread so that when the orbs come out, we can DPS those down as a group and then switch back to our primary targets. Once again, odds are on Veilgore, evens are on Azarak. Any questions? Nothing old Bran can't check through. All right.
Oh,
And
wait. I was gonna ask.
yeah, what do you got?
The pie slice. Where do we go with that? So that we don't put it. Which
Either to the
marker?
skull or to the back of the room.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I will let's put Danger Dorito over here. So if you get the pie slice, the Dread Breath or whatever it's called, run to either the skull or the triangle. Hopefully we kill the bosses before we have to rotate too much and those markers become useless. But the first Gloom is going to go toward purple here, and the second Gloom will just go towards skull, and so on and so forth.
I also did that answer your question, then?
It did, because I've
Okay.
only had it once, and I ran to the back of the room, and that seemed to work.
Yeah,
Perfect.
totally fine. As long as it's out of the raid, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
Just don't point it at the tank who's tanking Veilgore, and don't point it at the raid.
Oh, so if the tank in Veilgore is facing towards the back of the room, then you want to put it over here on skull? Is that what you're thinking?
It's really just it's coming off of the off of Veilgore, right? And the tank will be standing somewhere over here, right?
Mhm.
And as long as you don't hit him with the pizza slice, everything's fine.
Okay.
And even then, the tank will probably be fine either way. We'll call for dispels when it happens.
My quick question is, do you want me to hold the boss here or a little bit further in?
Preferably kind of like on the points. So hold the
Like on
boss
the
is
point?
kind of right there. Yeah, right on the points, kind of.
Got it.
Yep, just no tails in the middle and no breaths.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, final ready check before poll. And on tanks. Odds on Veilgore, evens on Azarak. And remember, the raid stacks up close to the middle, loosely spread for the mechanics. And we will go ahead and lust on poll here. First major mechanic is going to be Dread Breath in 10 seconds. Nope, I forgot about the Null Beam. Sorry about that. Break these and be ready for the Fear Breath. Okay, and it's on Obsfoyang. Just Perfect. Stay there where you're at. Let's go ahead and get in a Dispel on Obsfayung off in the back there, please. And everybody else, DPS these ads down. Great pull. Back to your bosses. Pull that out of the raid. And
we can
Gloom,
swap
good
now.
cast.
Swapping. Go.
And here comes another Dread Breath in 3. This is going to be happening at the same time as the tethers. Don't run that into the raid. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get a Dispel on Ultra Drac, please. Everybody else, DPS these ads down. And let's get some more damage on Ezerak. A couple people from Veilgore just focus Ezerak. Get that fear out of the raid. Beautiful work. Let's get a Dispel on Icy Sticks. More damage on Ezerak, please. Everybody focus Ezerak down. Burn, burn, burn until the intermission phase. Everybody should be on Ezerak. Get that fear out. Okay, we've got some Dispels to get out on these fears, please. Everybody in the middle. And DPS the ad down. Alright, back on your prospective bosses. They can stay where they're at, just tank whichever one you were on previously, or however you guys handle that.
Go ahead and swap real quick.
Okay.
Okay. And here comes the Gloom. Next time, please move it a little bit more, because it's going to hit the edge of that circle, and it's going to spread.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a problem. Alright, let's rotate the bosses closer to the back of the room, please. And let's go ahead and pick up Diddles.
I'm feared.
Can we get a Dispel on the tank, please? That's on Think. Dispel on Think, please. Thank you.
Let's get it ran out.
Okay, here comes Null Beam. This is going to be Tethers. We need to get these bosses further closer to the back wall, please. And get these tethers out. We're going to have Gloom coming. Go ahead and shoot it towards the... yep, perfect. We got enough soaks. We're good. Slightly spread for these orbs. Dread Breath coming out. This is going to be on tank. We need a Dispel immediately on Think, please. Dispel on Think, please.
It's ping-ponging me around.
Yep.
Alright, next Gloom I want targeted in this direction when that comes up. Here in 7 seconds.
Ed, when do you want to swap?
After the
Swap right
Gloom.
after this.
Okay, we're intermission. We are so lucky. DPS the ad down.
We just went that entire phase without swapping. Do you just want to...
Yeah, I think you guys just stay on whichever ones are the opposite of what you guys just had. Get these separated, please.
Oh, we just counted the same.
Okay, everybody just cleave. Here comes Null Beam. Be ready for the tethers. And orbs. And we're going to have Gloom here in a second. No, we got 20 seconds for Gloom. We're okay. Gloom in 5. Let's go ahead and shoot that through the middle of the raid. Okay. Keep burning, everybody. Here comes Dread Breath in 1. Run this out. Great job. Let's go ahead and get a Dispel on Lemmy immediately, please. Fantastic. Tanks, how's your health?
Debatably bad.
Okay.
Swap then. Swap now.
Here comes the Null Beam. Perfect. Alright. All DPS on Veilgore. Focus Veilgore. And switch back to your primary target. Arguably our cleanest yet, even with the Gloom Goof. Great job, everybody. Alright, let's go ahead and get some loot going. We're going to go ahead and do our 5-minute break. We're going to do this before we clear trash, just so that everybody has a chance to go and get their break time. We will be back in 5 minutes to pull up to finish up this raid. Everybody in the group, let's see, what is this? This is cloth. Is anybody in the group not 4-piece with cloth gear? I know Styx is one. Styx, you don't already have legs, correct? It's probably a break. That's totally fine. We'll figure it out when she gets back.
Let me not be stupid. Hang on. I have Voidbreaker legs.
Do you have legs at champion already?
Yeah, those are mythic.
Cool. So then you
Okay.
don't need those legs.
Yeah, I don't need legs. And then I have the match to my back. So those are the two. Oh, and then my chest. Those are all Voidbreaker.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That is break time. Did the timer stop for everybody? I think mine did.
It's still going.
Okay, cool.
3 minutes.
All right.
And restart it.
No. Well, yeah, I can. We will restart it. No worries. I'll be back in a few minutes.
That extra minute and a half's real crucial.
Mm-hmm.
Finish that smoke.
Mm.
All right, Casey, are you back?
Surprised this run's taking longer. It's I feel like we're doing.
Yeah, I restarted the timer. Oh, yeah.
No, I just mean the raid in general.
Yeah, I think we just kind of slowed ourselves down a little bit by having that 6 heals in the beginning.
No, gotcha.
No biggie.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not worried about it. I was just thought it was curious.
Right, back in perfect timing.
All right, let's go ahead and start clearing our way on up to the boss platform. We will drop our second set of consumables when we get up there. No reason to do so beforehand.
All who tolerate the void are our enemy.
No, not all. Get a hold of yourself, Bellamy.
We actually only bust unions, Jello. Unless you're asking about an onion, in which case I've got plenty of them in a truck.
No, not like sticks. I do know how to spell. How many unions have we busted?
Just the healers union so far.
Oh, damn. It's a heavy blow there.
That's
We
why
were just
so
asking for.
yes.
Just asking for people
Okay,
not to be
I'm
able to
back.
find us.
I'm sorry.
Welcome back.
You're okay. We are clear into the platform. We'll do consumables when we get up there.
All right, sounds good.
If you want to get ready and have those organized so that when we get up there, we can just drop them while I do the explanation. Consume up and clear this boss. I mean, first I zug and then I zug. Pressing my interrupt does not give me my primary resource and therefore is a DPS loss.
You know what an interrupt is?
I mean, sometimes.
In a what?
Yes, okay.
You Americans speak funny.
All right, Casey.
It's the accent.
Aqua, can you do the feast? And then Cask, if you can put down. No, wait, no, we just need a feast, huh?
Just a feast.
Just feast, yeah. No
Anybody
cauldron.
whose flask has worn up, don't worry about it. We're doing plenty of damage. If you want to go ahead and use a personal flask, please do. It will definitely help, but we're not particularly worried about it. We've got plenty of damage. Everybody eat up, and I'm going to throw up a ready check for the explanation, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. Tanks, go ahead and pick your primary targets now.
I'll start with Venal.
Alright, I'll get on Bellamy.
All right, everybody. So we are going to be tanking these bosses as a group, starting basically at each of these points in this platform, right? So we'll start over here. We'll DPS the bosses down. One of them is going to be starting with their big effect, which will put a circle around them. We run out of that circle. We deal with the mechanics, whether it's the discs that get shot out at us, or if it's the hammers that we need to soak for, or if it's the heal absorb. The only one we're primarily worried about dealing with as a group is going to be the heal absorb, or sorry, not the heal absorb, the hammers. So when the hammers come out, let's say it's in a semicircle around here. When the hammers come out, I want anybody targeted with the hammer to run out and stand still. Anybody who is not targeted with a hammer, go and stand in one of those soaks. We want at least 3 to 4 players in there. 5 would be preferable. Just get in that soak. If somebody is lacking in players, stand in that soak. Don't stack the soaks together. Just kind of stand in a semicircle around the outside of the boss that's doing the effect, and let us help you to soak up that damage. Periodically throughout the fight, War Chaplain Sen here will jump onto her Alec and charge out of the group of bosses. We need to DPS her down. She will have a shield, and once we get her shield down, we can interrupt her cast. That's the whole fight in normal. Any questions?
Minimum of 3 people in the soaks, right? Just
Yes. 3 or 4 is minimum, preferably 5 if we can get it. But if you see somebody who has already got 3 or 4 players in it and somebody else that doesn't, just run to the next player.
Okay.
All right, this one will be for the poll. These bosses need to die at relatively the same time, so periodically throughout the fight, I will tell you to focus a specific target. Please just focus whatever I call for. Otherwise, we're just cleaving all 3 bosses. All right, on tanks. We will be lusting on pole once we get the bosses over here to this first area. All right, go ahead and lust. Okay, Chaplain Sen, interrupt, beautiful. Okay, Aura of Devotion is coming out in 2 seconds. It's going to be the first tank circle that we need to run out of. Everybody run to the right. Pull those bosses as quick as you can. We don't want them to get stuck in that circle where they take less damage. Or no damage in some cases. And avoid the discs. Okay, DPS Sen. And interrupt. Perfect, back to the group. Alright, I want everybody to focus on War Chaplain Sen. Alright, everybody focus on the General. General Amias Bellamy. Okay, here comes Aura of Wrath. Everybody rotate out to the right. Soaks, please spread. Everybody needs to be out of that to soak. Perfect. And let's get some people into these soaks. Everybody help soak your friends. Don't let them die. And all DPS on Amias Bellamy, please. That's the General. Okay. DPS Sen down. And interrupt. Okay. Please continue to focus the General down. He's the highest health right now. Aura piece is coming out. Make sure you rotate the bosses out as fast as you can. This one's the heal absorb, and it also prevents us from DPSing the bosses. Perfect. Alright. Okay. Everybody DPS Sen down. And we'll get an interrupt off on her. Perfect. Alright, everybody focus on Sen. War Chaplain Sen. Okay, Sen is going to be running out again. Everybody focus on Sen. Beautiful. And here comes Aura in 3. Tanks be ready to run to the right. Okay, run those out. This is going to be discs. Avoid the discs. Don't get hit by them. They will silence you. Everybody on Sen, let's get the shield down. Good job. And DPS the boss is down. And kill Amias Bellamy. Alright, perfect. Looks like we've got more plate.
But perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Not after Turalian cut open your own son.
Alright, once the loot's gone, let's go ahead and charge up this Umbral Core and get ready to go up for Crown of the Cosmos. Alright, teleport on up.
This may feel a little uncomfortable. We must make haste. Xal'atath is using Alaria's rage and pain to erode her mastery over the void. After what happened with Turalian and Darator, I can see how Alaria would struggle to maintain control. I doubt I'd be able to if it were me.
We just gotta get here on Heroic so you can get a hero piece. The game's just waiting to give it to you for that, baby Billy.
I really hope you're right. I've been
All right.
trying for weeks.
Alright, think I'm gonna have you focus on Varela. You're gonna be over there alone, gathering up all of the little guys under his feet, keeping him going. The rest of the raid we're going to be starting with Morium, then we'll rotate over to Demiar, and then finally Varelis. The biggest thing to remember here is that they're going to be the Silver Strike arrows that we need to use to break the boss's tethers before they can be killed. However, we want to make sure that we do it strategically because they do have debuffs that they will be getting from the small adds that die underneath them. Those debuffs increase the amount of damage they take, so if we use the Silver Strike arrows too frequently, they will not get enough stacks for us to be able to DPS them down quickly. It's normal. It's not going to be that big of a deal. I'm not going to put too much emphasis on it. However, we will be focusing on Morium first. I will call for Silver Strike arrows. Do not drop a Silver Strike arrow on these mini bosses until I call for it. If you get targeted with one, just keep it out of the raid and do not hit the boss with it and just let it go off. If you get targeted by the circle that has the laser beams, just make sure that you run out of the circle quickly to allow the rest of the raid to adjust around you. Stand still once you've done that. If you're melee and you get a circle right here, just walk toward the boss so that you can continue to DPS him down and the raid will adjust around you. After we get these 3 mini bosses down, we will go through an intermission phase whereby Illyria will start to shoot out those Silver Strike arrows. Just make sure you clear your stacks as those Silver Strike arrows come out. Don't get pulled into the boss. We will stack up as a group in the middle of one of these platforms when that happens. It'll be this platform here. We will go through that intermission phase, after which the boss will spawn along with a Rift Simulacrum. We will DPS down whichever ad is in the middle platform. Tanks will be tank swapping them, so it will typically be either Illyria Windrunner or it will be the Rift Simulacrum. It doesn't matter which one it is, just DPS that ad in the middle down or the boss in the middle down. They have a shared health pool, so we just DPS the one in the middle. Ranged will stack up on the outside of the platform and rotate slowly to drop the puddles, and melee will stay in the middle and DPS them down. During that phase, there will be ads that we have to target with those same similar Silver Strike arrow-like things, but they target 3 players. Make sure the lines go through the ads so that we can DPS the ads down and kill them. Otherwise, they will just continue to cast. After that, we have a second intermission phase. That second intermission phase was a little bit hairier than the first in that there will be void orbs that are going to be spinning around the platform. Avoid the void orbs, drop your stacks, and then the boss will finally spawn in the middle of the platform, and we will DPS her down. During that phase, there will be tethers that go out. Tethers focus on a tank, a melee character, and a ranged character, whether it's a healer or a ranged DPS. Either way, I will first call for the ranged character to break their tether first. We'll wait for the group to stabilize, then I'll call for the melee, and finally I'll call for the tank. During that third phase, if we don't DPS her down in one platform, we will have to rotate to a second platform. We will rotate counterclockwise. I will drop a lock gate so that we can get over there. If you have a double jump and glide or anything like that, we just get over there when I call for it, and then we DPS the boss down. Any questions? All right, we did this in one last week. Let's do it again. All right, looks like everybody has readied up except for Heathen. Heathen, are you there?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay, perfect. On the tanks. And we will save lust until phase 3, so do not lust. All right, DPS this guy down. As soon as the Silver Strike arrows come out, we're going to drop it on this guy. Okay, that's a melee one. Just make sure that you stop once you get out of the circle. Okay, arrows are coming out in 4. We need one on the boss and one on the second boss if we can. If somebody can get that over there. Bane, if you can. Dash. Beautiful work. Fantastic. Get this boss dead, and let's move to the second one. Bane, that was freaking awesome. Good work. Do not drop that on the boss. Do not drop that on the boss. Perfect. The reason we don't want to drop it on the boss is because he currently has stacks of the debuff that make him take more damage. If we drop the arrows on him after he's already been broken of his tether, they will remove those stacks. Great job moving him over into that. Fantastic work. And once you're out of the circle, just move. Do not drop that on the boss. Okay, perfect. Now we go and we move to Varellus. So Varellus at this point has a bunch of ads under him. We want to make sure that we DPS him down and get those ads dead. We do not want to drop the Silver Strike arrow on this boss until he is at basically 0 health. Let's go ahead and drop it on him though. We're close enough. Great job. Alright, now we group up in the middle of the platform here. We're going to be getting pulled in, and Silver Strike arrows are going to be coming out. Make sure you don't get pulled into the boss, and make sure you clear your stacks. You need to get hit by the Silver Strike arrows in order to clear your stacks. In the heroic version of this fight, you will only want to take one out of every other barrage of arrows. In normal, you can just clear every single time. Just don't get hit by the void. And here's the last barrage. And stage 2. Okay, ranged is going to be out here towards the back of the platform. Melee up towards the front. We are all DPSing the mob or the boss that's in the middle. So in this case, it's going to be Illyria first. And we'll pull the Simulacrum to the back. Everybody DPS Illyria down. Ranged, get back over here towards me, please. Should be all stacked up pretty tightly to bait the puddles that are going to be coming out. DPS the ads down. Okay, that's the first puddle. We'll rotate to the right a little bit.
Please stop dispelling the heal absorb. It's jumping to other people.
If you get targeted by the arrows, make sure you run those through the ads. Remember, the arrows target 3 players, and each one of them is an anchor. Okay, everybody should switch to the Rift Simulacrum. That's the target that's in the middle of the platform now. All DPS should be on the simulacrum. And if you get targeted by the arrow effect, please make sure you are dragging it through the ads so that we can DPS them down.
Popping.
All DPS back on Illyria Windrunner, please. We need to get these ads pulled into either boss and DPS down. If you get targeted by the arrows, make sure you are running that through and getting the ads hit with that arrow.
Swapping.
Okay, everybody should be focusing on the Rift Simulacrum now. Once again, if you get the arrows, please run those through the ads. Okay, Rift Simulacrum is going to go down here in just a moment, at which point we will be switching to the intermission phase. Okay, here's intermission 2. Everybody stack up towards the middle of the platform. Avoid the void. Stand in the Silver Strike Arrow Barrage.
Oh, shh.
Alright, everybody stack up in the middle. When we come back down, we're going to Lust. And remember, this is going to be 3 tethers coming out here in just a moment. We're going to have ranged break first when I call for it, then melee, and then finally the tank. Okay, ranged, go ahead and break.
Go ahead and swap.
Alright, melee, go ahead and break. And finally, tank, go ahead and break. Bane, just get out of that circle and hold. Perfect. Keep focusing the boss down. Burn all cooldowns. Use your combat potions if you have them. Here comes another set of tethers. Oh, I lied. My timers are all goofy. Alright, ranged, go ahead and break now. Now melee. And tank. We're going to deal with this mechanic here real quick, and then we're going to get ready to rotate over. I've got a gate right here in the back. Once this mechanic is done, rotate over. Okay, rotate over. Just break the tethers as you need to. Use your personal cooldowns and your health potions. And let's get even before we break that last one, please. Alright, go ahead and break the last one. And let's get diddles up. Just rotate it out and stand still. Perfect. Okay, ranged, go ahead and break. And melee, go ahead and break. And we'll hold for a second, and go ahead and break tank. Okay, now we rotate over. And when we get over here, range, go ahead and break. Can we get a... we don't have a res for the tank. Alright, use your personal cooldowns and call for an external when you need it. Let's break that last tether. Alright, great job everybody.
GG.
Let's go ahead and loot up as quickly as we can once the... for whatever reason, every week cutscene comes on.
Should be an option to skip that in the options.
It just knows you haven't watched it yet.
I watched it 1,000 times.
Can we get reses?
Can we get some reses up, please? Mass res. Everybody roll for your loot before we jet out of here. Once you've rolled, you're good to go ahead and hearth. We're going to march on Quel'Danas.
I have a portal if you need it. Come out.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead and throw it down.
Yeah, I don't think I can trust mage portals anymore.
Why is that?
Not after the first couple of weeks of Prot with his troll
Yeah.
Silver Moon City one.
Yeah, I just don't take them anymore.
Oh, damn. I would not do that. I don't even know what it is, but
He would use the Silver Moon City portal from Warlords of Draenor.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry, from Cataclysm.
Silver Moon or freaking Dalaran Crater. One of those two is always
It's
the
always
fun one.
Dalaran Crater is the problem. You're not looking. You know?
well, to be fair, I'm not that smart, so trust me, your portal will be normal.
All right, let's all get into this raid real quick. Hopefully we can get at least Bellerin down. If you're here and you see somebody summoning, please click on a summon.
Does anyone know if Devourer is range or melee? What do they?
Yes.
consider?
Yes, and it's both.
It's both. They're technically a ranged class by the designation of Blizzard, but
They only go 25 meters or feet, whatever WoW uses. So it's kind of a medium distance, like Evoker. It doesn't have the range of something like a mage or a priest.
And
Right.
it's really
I-
annoying in certain fights. Trust
When
me.
you said all range here, I was like, I don't know if I should go there.
For those,
Yeah,
go
actually,
with
do they-
melee.
yeah, I was gonna say do yeah, for the split between ranged and melee. But do you guys know any Devourers? Did you get targeted by the melee one or the ranged one? If you got targeted at all by the tethers?
So when I was there as in range, I got that little pool.
Yeah.
I didn't get targeted by the tether.
Okay, cool. I'm just curious what they get targeted by as far as the tether is concerned, because there's the tank and the melee one are pretty stacked, and then the ranged one is further out. So, all right. So odds left, evens right. We're gonna go ahead and clear up and around the platforms. Just make sure you stay with your tank, and let's go ahead and start going. It's a race to the finish.
Is this world first? All right, let's go.
I just got PTSD.
We don't have disability for PTSD in the guild yet.
Yeah, true.
And a
No
union, we
unions,
got
no
that.
disability.
What's the point of a healer then? Don't they have mind control? Wait a minute.
I like to file a grievance.
Hurry up, right side.
I mean, we have literally one less entire group, so
Sounds like excuses.
it is.
Made me lose my metamorphosis.
You got 15 on the left, we got 10 on the right. That's all I'm saying. But it's the best 10.
Do you need a donation?
I was gonna say, you have Aqua and Nug, you're fine. And you have Grez? Dude, you're fine. Right side should be pumping.
Right side is pumping.
We can put up one of those little like quarter machines, like when you go into a restaurant, and they're like, "Sad story, add money."
No leg. School is uphill, both ways, in the snow.
Always in the snow. Never not in the snow. Yeah, so you
I
guys
don't
are
do
already
snow.
at
Can I have a
Valorant.
hurricane? I'll do it
We're
both
working
ways
on
in a hurricane.
Nobody here can handle hurricanes. They're here every year, and every year people get surprised. Oh my god, a hurricane. No, can't be.
All the water.
Her a what?
All right, right
Exactly.
side, waiting on you.
Yeah, we know.
Yawn.
We're playing with a bird right now. Chill out.
You ever consider just rolling your face on the keyboard?
Here, I'll come over there to help you out.
That's all right. We're done.
Oh,
All right, everybody, grab the feather and fly to the middle.
how come we have another bird?
Oh,
Yeah.
your bird is
It-
Your
it
bird is back 'cause you
res.
killed it too fast. All right, let's go. Everybody, kill Void Bird. Everybody, kill Void Bird. Quick, 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 quick.
The left gets for shit talking.
Well, and,
And the other
is
bird
back up too.
respawned.
Hell yeah!
Wait, slow
Back
DPS
to
on
racing.
Void.
Slow DPS on Void. Stop DPS on Void. I need a volunteer to come over here to the right side. Stop DPS on Void.
I can't help it. I punch pinatas to heal.
You said healers need to do more DPS.
It doesn't look like any health bars are moving.
Go disco.
Coming.
No DPS on the Void.
There you
All
go,
right, kill
Renault.
it.
Yeah.
Kill it. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Kill the Void, kill the Void. Alright, everybody grab a feather, let's roll.
They don't call us champion. They call us heroes.
Is that a demote?
Alright, let's get this all dead. Everybody to the middle, please. Do what we can to try and group these up. When these birds die, there's going to be eggs we have to kill. Kill the eggs. All of the eggs need to go down. Otherwise they respawn.
Go eat that egg.
That is a mechanic that persists in the boss fight, so be ready.
Yes, foreshadowing.
I was distracted. The possum came back.
Awesome!
He's huge. Oh my god.
Just go give him a little hug.
I would.
Fun fact, possums are immune to rabies.
That's perfect. I don't care. I've already had my rabies shots. It's fine.
I was more just worried about your animals.
Can I have some lock rocks, please?
Lock rocks down.
Peppy wants to kill
Alright.
it, but I think the princess wants to love it. She's like face to face with it.
I don't think he could kill anything. He's a little coward.
That's his job. He chases everything, including the deer, out of the yard. It's his job.
All right. So there's the thing on logs. It's throwing errors for Renal and Plox because they received excessive external buffs. So whoever's power infusing the crap out of both of them, you're invalidating their logs.
Well, I did power infuse Renal that last one, but the fight was basically over.
All right, everybody. So this fight is super fun. We are all going to be targeted by a debuff. You're either going to be infused with light or void, and it does shuffle throughout the fight. So keep an eye on your debuffs and make sure you know which one you are, because you will be dealing with mechanics based on the color that you are. You are either going to be light or void. If you are light, you will soak the light soak. If you are void, you will soak the void soak. Also, void ads can only be interrupted by void players, and light ads can only be interrupted by light players. We have enough DKs that we should be able to grip the ads in. However, I don't know if the grips are also only available on the light color, so DKs, let me know during the fight if that's the case. You were gripping everything last time? Okay. No, that's fine. I just wondering if for instance you were void and tried to grip a light ad and couldn't, I would want to know that. So it looks like we can probably grip everything in. So we'll grip everything to the boss so that we can continue to maintain uptime on the boss. So there will be orbs spawning all over the place. They'll be spawning from the walls in all 4 cardinal directions here. We are north to south, east to west, so just get an orientation of where the boss is and where we are. We're going to be tanking the boss in the middle of the room, and when the orbs come out, we will run as a group to that first wall that comes out, and the soak just needs to be dropped outside of the circle. We want to make sure that the soak goes outside of the circle and that everybody of that color of soak goes and soaks that color. Tanks, if you can, I would love for you to move the boss along with the raid so that we can maintain melee uptime. But the primary goal here is to get those soaks out of the center circle and keep them from killing everybody. There's an intermission phase, essentially, which is where we actually get to DPS the boss down. So the boss himself is the bird, yes, but the egg is what we have to actually kill in order to kill the boss, right? Just like the ads, the boss also turns into a giant egg. He will teleport into the middle of the room. Not teleport, but he'll slam down into the middle of the room, and then he'll do pizza slices of different colors. During that phase, we need to make sure that we are standing in the color that matches the current color of our debuff. So if you're void, stand in the void pizza slices. If you're light, stand in the light pizza slices. We will burn Lust on the second phase 2 run, which means when the boss becomes the egg for the second time, that's when we're going to burn Lust and try and burn him down. We need to make sure that the ads are the priority when the ads come up, but we do want to try and DPS them down on the boss so that we can cleave. Are there any questions before we do this first poll? All right, Romello is soulstoned, so we will be rezzing after the fact, so do not release. It's a decently lengthy run to get back here. I will call out the direction that we need to run, and remember the goal is not to soak as many orbs as possible. The goal is to soak only as many orbs as necessary to make sure that the raid does not get hit by a bunch of extra orbs. All right, on tanks. Remember, we are saving Lust until the second phase 2, so do not use Lust on pole. Thank you. Okay, orbs on the right-hand side. Let's move to the right. Everybody moves to the right. Bring the soak out here. All light should be in this soak. Okay, interrupt the ad. Grip him to the boss. Beautiful. They also nerfed the hell out of the enrage on this fight, so it's probably going to be a lot easier. Okay, we've got orbs coming in from the left-hand side. Any lights, please soak those for your tanks if you can. Do not get hit by void effects. Remember, the goal is not to soak as many orbs as possible, just to soak enough to prevent the raid from taking a bunch of extra damage. Okay. Here's the switch, so keep an eye on the color that you are. It may have changed. Alright, and we phased it. Make sure we get this add DPS down. We need to run away from the middle to avoid taking a bunch of extra damage. DPS the egg down before you go back to the middle. If we can. We have to go. Void to void, light to light. Great job, good burn. Don't run through the egg, it does a bunch of damage. Okay, great job. And we'll reset everybody back to behind the boss. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit hairier for the tanks. There's going to be an adjustment to the swap, and we also have 2 soaks that are coming out. Okay, bring that soak out of the raid or sorry, out of the center. Light to light. Oh, jeez. Oh my god.
Sorry.
All right, interrupt the ads. Don't be in front of the boss. DPS the ads down. Remember, we have to kill them when they become eggs. Okay, eggs are up. DPS the ads. Cleave off onto the boss. Primary targets are the ads. Soak orbs if they're going to hit the raid, and they are your color. Do not be in front of the boss if you are not the tank. Okay, colors are changing. Take a look at your color, make sure you know which one you are. And we're doing the same thing again. Soaks out to the right. Soaks out to the right. Okay. And let's get those ads pulled in. Everybody focus the ads. Eggs are up. Focus the eggs. Okay, everybody run out. Let's get over here to this lock gate. Avoid the orbs if you can. And take the lock gate back into the middle. Lust, please. Burn the boss down. Alright, we're not going to quite make it, so we're going to have to go through P1 again. Okay, everybody behind the boss. Colors are swapping. Make sure you keep an eye on which one you are. It may have changed. Let's do it again. Okay, remember, circles, soaks to the outside of the platform. Just go to the right. Go to the right. Just go to the right. Okay, soak your colors. And let's interrupt those ads and bring them in. Let's get Renal back up, please. Interrupts on those ads, guys. Interrupt the ads, kill the eggs. The eggs need to go down. Okay, here comes another soak. After this swap, make sure you know what color you are. Soaks to the right. Soaks to the right. Not too far, guys. We've got to be able to soak those with you. If you go too far away, we can't soak those with you, and then you die. Okay, let's get these ads to the boss. Can we go ahead and pick up Romello? Watch those void orbs in the front and the light orbs in the back. Use your Hellstones and your personal cooldowns. We need to get these eggs down. Eggs need to die. Okay, here comes another soak. Right, go to the right, somewhere over there. Please soak. Please soak with your friends. Use your personal cooldowns, use your health potions, use your rocks. Burn the ads. Bring them to the boss. Get them soaks on those orbs. Burn the boss down so we don't get a third soak right now. Let's get the tank up. We don't have any reses. Okay. Burn the boss. And then focus on the eggs. Okay, focus on the eggs. Let's get these down before the phase. Alright, we're pretty limited here, but let's try and get this down. Just kill the boss. Alright, that's going to be a wipe. Alright, not bad, guys. Let's go ahead and clean this up. Wipe it up. Do not stand... Yeah, stand in the opposite color. Run through the egg. Run through the egg. I think you take more damage. Oh yeah, you can't go through them. Nice. Hurry up and die, Oreo. Jeez, do not release. We have a
I released.
soulstone. Okay.
I know earlier you
I
said
looks like I
heal me,
lied.
but I don't have it. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and release and run.
I have a question.
Yes.
With the soaks, are they supposed to be on top of each other, or are we starting to have
No.
the light and darks? Okay.
No, we need the light and dark separated, and the light and dark players need to go out with the soaks so that we can all soak as much as we can to prevent the damage from killing whoever has the soaks. Let's kill this ad. Burn this trash mob.
The part that messed me up was every time that there's like shadow and like when the orbs come, do they come from two walls at the same time?
Yes, after the first one, they come from two walls at the same time.
Okay.
Different?
But
or yeah, like
it's always different. It's random.
Okay. That's the part that messed me up because I saw the wall coming from the tank. I was like, wait, I can't go that way.
Yeah, we are running way too far. So remember, if you get targeted with the soak, we're running to the right, to a clear spot on the right. We are going to run as a group. So everybody other than the tanks needs to run over there, and we all need to soak. So if you are light, you're soaking the light puddle. If you are void, you're soaking the void puddle. Everybody runs in that direction. We just need to go just outside of the circle, right? So these markers are more or less representative of how far away we want to be, and we drop the circles there, but we stop running once we get this far away. And then we do the lambada. All right, repair up. This will likely be the last pull, so let's get it down, guys. All right, on tanks. Okay, soak to the right. Let's get a void orb to break that soak. Okay, soak out of the circle. Right here is fine. Perfect. Stop there. Light soak this. All right, and back on the boss. Interrupt that ad. Bring him in. DPS the ad down. Cleave off onto the boss. Egg is coming up now. Everybody DPS the egg down. Cleave off onto the boss. For these void orbs coming out, if they are going to run into the raid and you have void, please soak them so they don't run into the light players in the raid. Do not be in front of the boss unless you are the tank. All right, here comes the color swap. Keep burning. We can avoid this ad phase. Quick, quick, quick. Perfect. Get out to the front here. Either side, it doesn't really matter. Just get out. The slam does a good amount of damage. And get on in. Do the dance. All right, great burn. If we can keep everybody up for the next phase 2, we've got this. So everybody behind the boss. Remember, we're going to run right with the soak. Keep an eye on your color. Know which one you are. They're rotating now. As soon as the soaks come out, start moving to the right. Okay, we're going out here. We're going out here. We need void soaks on one and light soaks on the other. And let's get this ad picked up. Perfect. Let's burn those ads. Make sure you get the eggs. Do not be in front of the boss unless you're the tank. Light orbs are coming in toward the tank, so let's go ahead and protect them. We got void orbs coming in that direction as well. Do not be in front of the boss but prevent some of those orbs from going into the tanks if you can. Alright, here comes the next set of soaks. Remember, we're running the soaks out to the right. Let's get those out. Alright, use your personal cooldowns, stay alive, don't take extra orbs if you don't have to. Let's get those adds back in. Get those adds pulled into the middle. DPS them down as quickly as you can. Go, 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 go. Slow down on the boss so we can burn the eggs before the boss phases. Watch the orbs coming into the raid. Do not be in front of the boss unless you're the tank. Burn the eggs. Alright, get out. Rotate out of the middle. And here comes the intermission 2. As soon as the boss lands, we're going to lust and blast. Okay, burn lust and go. Burn, burn, burn. Everything you got. Damn, just a little shy. Alright, let's survive this one, guys. Back behind the boss. Colors are changing. Floor has cleared. Okay, soaks, get ready to go to the right. Just everybody start cheating to the right. Alright, everybody to the right. Bring that soak out. Or that direction, that's fine too. Alright, that's way too close to the middle. Get these adds down. Okay, we got a void egg in the far back. We need to get this guy down. We've got void orbs coming through the middle of the raid, be careful. And get that light egg down. Light egg is right under the boss. Alright, we're going to have another set of soaks. Colors are changing now. Take a look at your color. Make sure you know what you are. Alright, soaks, out of the raid, out of the circle. Let's go. Right, you're both close to the back. Just run. Just run. Perfect. Light to light. Void to void. Use your personal cooldowns. Use your health stones. Let's get these guys pulled in. Both adds pulled into the middle. Burn the adds down. We need these guys in the middle. We need these guys in the middle. Okay, light egg is right under the boss. And get the void egg in the back. And burn the boss. Let's get the boss phased. Color swaps are happening now. Keep an eye on your color. Get out of the middle. Okay, stand in your color, DPS the boss. Hey, great job, everybody. Let's get a B-res up for the, or sorry, not a B-res, but a mass res. Thank you. All right, so we did 8 out of 9 tonight. Fantastic work, everybody. So tomorrow we're going to go ahead and start here with Lura. And we're going to down Lura and then start with Heroic Dream Rift. Actually, we might just start with Dream Rift and come back here. We'll see. I'll decide tonight.
While you're looking at things, will you let me know if this character did better than the priest and if you would like me to join you in Heroic tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Thank you.